Hey everyone, welcome back. In this Jira service management tutorial, I'm going to talk about a couple of other Jira service management, project management options. First one is the language support. So what exactly is language support? If you go to the language support settings, you can add different languages, right? So what you can do is you can translate your customer portal and email notifications into multiple language for your customers. If your preferred language is not available, you can see, or you will see the default language you select. All right. So for example, I can go ahead and add multiple languages. All right. So for example, my customer or my customers are based in China, or they are in Finland or French, Germany, right? So accordingly, these languages are supported. Okay. And I can go ahead and set these up. Okay. So for example, I want to go ahead and set up the French language. So I'll simply go ahead and add this particular language, and the language has been added. Okay, so as soon as the language has been added, you will see that I need to enable this. Okay, so this will be then available to the customers. Okay, so I'll say enable here. Okay, and then there are a couple of sections that you need to go ahead and review and make sure that the translation that is being done is fine. Okay, so whatever languages, so this customer portal and email notifications will be translated into multiple languages, whatever languages you are setting up here. Okay, now if the customer's preferred language is not available, they will see the default language that you will select. So for example, here the default language was what? It was English. Okay, United States. So that default language will be available to any customer. Now because I have added French as well, so once I have enabled it, I'll be able to see the portal in French or notification in French as well. Okay, let's see what all configurations I have to do. So I'll go ahead and click on this French, and let's review what all review options are available there. Okay, so here you will see that the translation, right? So this is the heading, RCV Academy Service Management. So RCV Academy IT Service Management, that's what the translation basically as of, because this is a name, so I'll just keep it as similar. But then if you want to change it, for example, you have a specific French word for service and management, you change it accordingly. So RCV Academy IT, and then whatever French word for service and management is, and then say confirm translation. As of now, I'm not aware of French, so I'll simply go ahead and confirm translation. Then you will see that this is what the description or the message is. Welcome, you can raise a request, and this is what the translation is. If you're happy with that, as I'm not sure what the translation or what French looks like, so I'll simply go ahead and confirm. I'm not sure if this is correct or wrong, but then you simply go ahead and review these options. Okay, so project default has been reviewed, and I'll go ahead and click on save. Okay, so you'll see that another 7 sections need review. So I'll say go request types and groups. So then you have to go ahead and enter the request type and group, whatever service request or the incident management translation here. Okay, similarly, post incident reviews and all of the details that you see here, for example, service request. All right, so we need to go ahead and enter the translation manually here for each of these words. Once we are all done, we save it, then the portal will be basically available, or the portal you can see in the French option as well. Okay, so for example, the customer has set up the language or their default language to French. They'll be able to see whenever they are signing up, they'll be able to see the French version of the portal as well. Okay, so this is how you are going to configure the language setting. Okay, so I'm not going to do all those translations. It's just to show you that you can go ahead, and this feature is available within the Jira Service Management. You can add language, you can go ahead and enable the translation or make your portal available into different languages. Okay, so I'll remove this as of now. I'll simply go ahead and disable and remove this, because I'll just keep the default, and that's the language support. Now moving on to the next one, the portal settings, which we have already seen initially. Okay, so portal settings we have already seen. This is the URL that we have already configured. Okay, and this is the portal URL. Then what is the name of the portal that you can update here, right? So this is the name, that is how it is appearing here. Okay, if I want to change it, so RCV Academy, for example, I want to add IT Service Management, and then I want to change something here, RCV Academy IT Service Management. Okay, so at the moment you won't see IT involved or added here. I'll simply save it, and then if I go ahead and refresh this portal, I should be able to see IT added here. Okay, so this is briefly how you are going to change the introduction, the name, the logo, etc. And channel access. At the moment, you will see that because I have changed it to restricted, it is not open, right? So then only people directly invited to this project can submit. Okay, so this restricted is also available here, and I can edit customer permission by following this particular link as well. The announcement, you can say no, only service project managers and administrator can add announcement. So announcement, any announcement that need to be made, they can make. Okay, or agents can also, if you choose the first one, it will allow agents to add the announcement. Okay, so this we have already seen in detail in one of the previous videos, so go ahead and watch that particular video to understand about the portal configuration and groups, etc. Okay, so everything has been explained in detail in there. Okay, now going to the email request, I have also covered email request previously. So any email, whether you want to allow the customers to send an email to a particular email, and that automatically creates the service request in your portal, right? So this is the default email you can share with your customers, and they can drop an email to this particular email account, and as soon as they'll drop an email to this particular email account, a service request should get created. Okay, so for example, let me copy this. All right, and I'll go ahead and quickly drop an email. All right, so I'll go to the Gmail account, I'll compose an email, and let me send to this particular email, test service request via email. Okay, so for example, the customer just wants to drop an email. This is your service email, and they want to elaborate about their issues in the email, and they send an email, okay, to that particular email account. And let's see what happens here. All right, so the email has been sent. Now, before that email comes through and the service request gets created, we'll also discuss about the custom email account. I can also, or you as an organization can also set up your custom Gmail or Microsoft or any other email accounts that your organization has. So for example, for me, I have the email address, which is rcvacademy.com, something at RCV Academy, or say for example support at rcvacademy.com. I can set that up here, and if somebody is dropping an email on support at rcvacademy.com, then the ticket will get created automatically here in Jira Service Manager. Okay, so because they are requesting support via email, and this is what the email is all about. So this email setting is that it allows customer flexibility to drop an email to a particular email, support email, and the service request will get created, and the agents, your internal agents, service agents, can pick up that service request and then resolve that for the customer. Okay, so now email has been dropped. Let's quickly see how the request gets created. Okay, so I'll go back to the project and let's see what service request got created. Okay, so if I go to the service request and go to the open, okay, I still can't see here. Let me quickly check the configurations again. Oh, okay, I think I got the issue. Let me change the permission. I think because I have changed the permission to just open, the restricted, right? The portal access is restricted. So let me change it to open, and maybe that's the reason that it is restricted, right? So that email might not be having it. So this is open now, so anyone can send the service request. So now this email request should work. So you'll see the last email received was 7 months ago. Okay, and you will see that what I have done is you don't have permission to access this service project. Okay, and this was because this is what I sent just today, right? 6th September. And this is basically failed because the portal was set to restricted, and the email that I have used to send the service request is not authorized to send the service request. All right, so now I have changed the portal request to open. So now anyone who wants to get the support, all right, will be able to send the email to this email, and then they'll be able to get so I'll say SR from email, sent it. And if I go and see the logs again, refresh, still the old one. Okay, so you'll see that new request has been created, right? So this was when the portal was restricted, because this email didn't had the access, or this customer doesn't have access. If your portal is restricted, then only emails that will be allowed to send the service request or create a request will be the authorized customer email. All right, if it is open, then obviously yes, you can go ahead and anyone can send the email on the support email that is configured here, and a new request will get created. You will see RCV SISM9 has been created, and whatever content of the email would have been, that will be automatically added into this particular service request. You will see service request from email, and the description has been added in here, and the request has been created. All right. So this is how you are going to use your email. Very good feature, even in the free tier. If you're a small organization, highly recommended to go ahead and use all of these features. A lot of things are available for free, right? So for me, it's kind of, using all of these functionalities for free, because we are a small training organization. So just managing everything in here. All right. I can set up my support at rcvacademy.com email here, and you can go ahead and give it a try, whether you have other email types. Okay, this is about the emails. So that's all for this video. I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much for watching.